Welcome to Cameron Airwalker's channel. We're doing something a little bit different today, taking a little bit of a break from Blizzard 101. We're going to be playing an old school game. I've been playing this game for probably a good 20 plus years, called Master of Orion 2 Battle of Antares. And I'll cover in another video on how you play it and what the differences are between the races. I'll get into more in-depth on how to play it, but for today we're just going to kick back and watch me play the game from start to finish. It might be a two-part video, it just depends on how long. So the game starts off. Here's the main screen here. This is the main menu. I can continue a game that I've already played, but we're going to start a new game. Click here. We're going to make it easy. You can go all the way up to impossible. When they say impossible, they mean impossible. But we're going to do it easy, because if you do it at tutor, you won't be able to do a custom race. I don't want to do that. So make it easy. I like playing a huge galaxy, not a small one. Or cluster. I like huge. I like to make it organically rich. You could do mineral rich, average, but I like organic rich. And players are going to keep it at 8, and you don't have to start off pre-warp. Pre-warp is like the beginning of everything, but I want it pre-warp, so we're going to do pre-warp. And then we're going to leave tactical combat on. You could do it to where you don't have tactical combat and the computer moves your ships, but I like tactical combat. Random events, we keep it on. Tarian's attack, I like that too, so we keep that on. So I'm going to press accept. Now, you can choose any one of these races, and every one of these races has a, their perks and their negatives to it, and I'll get into that in another video. But I either like to choose Darlocks or the Pilsians. But I'm doing a custom race, and so I'm going to press custom. Then you get to choose what the race is going to look like, and you get to choose between these here. Okay? Now, if I choose Darlocks, then the Darlocks won't be in the game. And this race here is a master at thieving, spying, and that's one of the main reasons I like to pick them, because then I don't have to worry about them stealing my technology down later in the game. Or I can go with the Pilsians. Pilsians are considered to be one of the most advanced races in the game. They get a lot of technology right off the bat. But I think for this game, we're going to go ahead and do Darlock. Okay, now here is where the customization comes in at. For right now, we're going to go ahead and do negative 50% growth, which means my population will have a -4. In growth, but I'm doing that because I want to create my race over here to be creative and to be lithivore. I'll get into both those here in a minute, but I have to choose some more options here to get the negatives down in order for me to get the positives. So we're also going to do a -4 for money, which means they're going to have a very weak economy, and that's fine. I don't care. And then, well, I may have to actually reset this because it's not really. Let me reset it. So I cleared it. So I have 10. So I cleared the whole board, and now I can choose it. So I'm going to do my lithivore, but I'm going to take the negative. So I'm going to do a -4 for the population, and then I'm going to do the -4 for the money. This is how you get to create it. Okay. So. And I have no more picks, no more points for picks. So let's cover it. So lithivore. These are races which consume rocks instead of food, and thus can subsist on any planet simply by eating the minerals. Lithivores do not require any food whatsoever. Lithivores and synetics are mutually exclusive. So what this basically means is that my race can colonize on any planet and doesn't have to worry about having food of any kind. This is a huge advantage in the game. because all the other races, they have to have farming, and they can't just colonize just any old world. There's another race, I can't think of its name, it starts with C, but when we cover races, I'll tell you down the road. But it is the only other race that has this trait. The other trait is creative. Races which are creative have little difficulty in coming up with new technology ideas. As a result, these races will gain every application in the fields that they research instead of only the specific applications selected. Creative and uncreative are mutually exclusive. Okay, so what this does is it allows my race, instead of selecting one technology out of 3 technologies that are available, I can basically discover and research the whole branch. The Pilsians are notorious for this. They're the only race that's able to do this. So they have a huge advantage when it comes to technology. But I combine both lore as well as creative to go with my race. And you can customize the name of this. We're going to call it the Airwalkers. Ready to go. So just press accept. Now it's going to ask for my name, and we're going to say Cameron. We'll go with the word Cameron. Oh, I guess we'll just go with Cameron. Now you can select what banner color you want, and then when you select the banner, that also has a set of ships that's specific with that banner. If you like the Star Trek look of the ships, then red is what you want to go with, because they got ships that look like the Enterprise, that kind of thing. If you like the Romulan style looking ships, then you want to kind of go with the green here. If you like the Borg looking type ships, then you want to go with the silver. And these other ones, they just have different ships. They all kind of look weird. The yellow, I think, kind of looks like the Ferengi. I'm going to go ahead and do what looks like the Romulan style ships. I'll go with green. Then you get to name your home world. We'll call it Airwalker. Just keep it simple. Alright, so now we'll go ahead and click into our system. These are actually, each one of these little stars represents a solar system. So we'll click into our solar system. We have 2 colonies. This one here is a medium barren colony, maximum 4 population, and this is an Earth type world, maximum population spread. So we're going to go ahead and click on this one here. Now you can adjust this. You can adjust your workers, bring them down, do more science, which we're going to do. We're going to take one worker, put him down here, take another one, and see how I did that? I removed the waste. Up here, when it was like this, it was generating 3 toxic wastes churn, and your planet can have disasters if you have a lot of toxic waste. So I'm removing this, putting them down here where they can be more useful to develop technology quicker. We're going to come over here and change in our bar what we're producing. We have an extra world within the solar system that's not colonized, so we're going to go ahead and put a colony base on there so we can colonize it. And that's pretty much all we can do for right now, because we haven't really discovered anything. So we'll get out of this. Menu there. Now we're going to come down here to technology, and this is all of the technology that's available. Okay. Everything starts off simple. This is pre-war. Okay. Computers are extremely important because it's going to allow your ships to have better attack strengths. You can always right-click on it. It'll tell you what it does. So direct Starship's weapons fire and is automatically equipped on all ships. You lose some chance to hit by 25%. This bonus is lost if the computer is damaged or destroyed on the ship. Okay. Weapons, laser cannons, 1 to 4 damage. I do not. Laser rifles for ground assault. space scanner so that your ships can scan. And so what you do in the game is you just go through and you take a look at each of these. It'll kind of go through and it'll give you an explanation of which each technology is. Now, going back to what I was saying earlier, when I did the stats from my race, Pilsians are the only race that can select a technology. So say, select advanced engineering, then you're going to get all three of these. All other races may be able to select a category, but they're only going to select one of the available technologies that they get. It's a big difference. But because I did a custom race and did creative, I have the same abilities that the Pilsians do. What I like to do is I always go after computers first so I can get the research center so I can get my technology up there. So it's going to cost 50 research points. I'm going to select that first. Then I'm going to come down over here to, races. If you had any contacts with other races, they would be right here, okay? But there is none at this time, okay? Your spies, if you hired these spies, will be here. If you keep them here, they act as defense agents to defend against these other races from spying on you. If there were other races, you could have an audience with them, you could talk with them, you could threaten them, that kind of thing, declare war with them, okay? To get out of that, because I don't have anything like that right now. But we want to change our tax rate, and I temporarily forgot how to do that. Let's see, where do I change the tax rate? Or we could lower this music down, that might make it a little bit better for you guys. I think it's right here. This is the tax rate. So currently our race is set at 0%. We're not taxing any of our citizens. But I'm a dictator and I'm putting them all to work and I'm taking half of everything they have. So I'm going to go ahead and put it at 50%. I don't have to be nice about it. And then that'll get us some money. Because remember, we started off with a -4, so that'll give us $4 a churn. So we've got all this pretty much situated. So now all you're going to do is pass the churns by. So you click here, and the churns go. So now I've now discovered electronic computers. I have that tech. And we want to get research laboratories. So we're going to do it again. I'm going to get all 3 of those. And there's really nothing we can do back here at our colony, because it's still building. It takes a while to build stuff up. So you take a look here, it's still building the colony base. Has X number of turns left. Okay. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and let the turns go by. Okay, from time to time you'll get leaders that'll come up. I'll ask you if you want to hire the leaders. This here is a pilot. It's Commander Sparky. He gives engineering 3%, that's plus, as part of the trade. Ordnance +5. At this time I don't want to. It cost me 100 gold and I just don't want to do that right now. So I'll just reject it. One thing I'm having a problem with is my recording menu is blocking how much money I have here. I can't really see the money. I don't know how to get the recorder away from it. So I guess I'll be playing blindly, not knowing how much money I have, but I can live with it. So yeah, we're ready. We're just going to go ahead and press turn. Provides friend or foe recognition, guidance to missiles or torpedoes. This will retarget the nearest enemy ship if the first target is destroyed. This is basic technology at the start of the game. Adding +50 to target to hit, bonus is lost if the computer is destroyed. Research laboratory. Okay, that's what we were after, was research laboratory. So we'll get to that here in a minute. Okay, so now I've got it up to that, right? Well, I want to come up here to construction because I want to get the automated factory. So this will give me the anti-missile rockets, reinforced hull, that's important to increase our hull points for our ships and fighter bases. I'm going to add fighter bays or fighters to my ship. So we're going to go ahead and select that. Still check on this. I don't think there's going to be a change. I can't see how many turns it's going to take because this bar is in front of my recording bar is in front of this. I can't see it. So it's done when it's done. So that was fast. We already got this tech researched. There's reinforced hull, fighter bays. All right. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do automated factories. So now we have a new building that we can build. So let's go over here. We're going to select the colony we're at. Remember, we were building the colony base. But you know what? We just decided that we're going to halt that project because the research center is more important. So we're going to switch it down. We're going to take research lab and switch to the colony base. And we don't lose any of the research points or any of the, I'm sorry, not research, but construction points in producing this by doing that. Now, if I would have deleted it, I would have lost all my construction points, all the progress that's been done. Instead, I just switched it. In some cases, they can finish a smaller project sooner. So we're going to build the research lab. It's going to increase our research points. And I don't have an option to buy it yet. You kind of want to watch how much money you're spending at the very beginning of the game because it can really suck if you run out of money. It's going to take me 13 turns to discover the next technology, the group of technology. But we're going to go ahead and we'll close and let it run through. Okay, so it's already completed the research lab, and now it's going to continue on with the colony base. There's really nothing I have to do, but we'll go ahead and check it. This is kind of nice to point out what it looks like. Okay, so this is the research facility. They just built it. And this here is our capital. And these here are homes, housing, and that's a Marine barracks, so we have that for our Marines. Okay? And so we're building that colony base so we can colonize this planet here. We'll go ahead and, okay, so this is good. This is really, really, really good. Okay, so we got offered commander, the VLOG, the independent trader. Now, I really don't get too involved with hiring pilots. I mean, they give perks to your ships, like these give you a +5 for helmsman, navigation, weaponry. But this is what I'm after, mega wealth, because we're only getting $3 a churn. I really want this, okay? I can't see how much money I got. It doesn't give me an option because it's shaded to hire, so I'm assuming I need more money. So what we're going to do is we're going to reject it right now, okay? So we rejected it. We're going to come over here, and we're going to click on Earth, and we're going to do something kind of dangerous. It's a little bit of a cheat, but not too bad. We're going to take this right here, which is our star base, which allows us to build ships. We can always build it back, and we're going to sell it because it gives us $200. So we're going to sell it. We got rid of it. Then we're going to change our construction to build it back, okay? And we're going to put it back up here. Now this gives us $200 so that we can buy that leader. I'll show you where he's at. So get out of here. Here's the leader. Leaders. Go over here to ship officers available to hire. And there he is. Now we can hire him. We want to do that. So he's going to be in our pool. He's going to stay in our pool. We can select a ship later down the road that'll be here that we can assign him to command. But for right now, it's just going to stay in the pool. But what we were after was those megabucks there, the megabuck. Gives me +10. So instead of me only getting $3 a churn, now I'm getting $15 a churn. Okay, he's increased my wealth 15 a churn. That's really going to be significant going down the road. So we're going to go ahead and skip on through. But I won't be able to build any colony ships or anything right now, but that's okay because we're still discovering technology, so it's not a big deal. Placement-wise, this is not where I prefer to be. But you don't have a choice. You don't get any kind of a choice in where you start off at. The game is randomizing. You could be up here in the corner, which in my opinion is the better place to be placed, or you could be in the dead center, which is where we're at. It's not where I want to be, but we'll do. So go ahead and press churn. automated factories. So now they have the ability to build automated factories. What this does is it generates 5 production and increases production. Each work will generate +1. So that's why you want automated factories. Heavy armor, this is good for our ships, increases the armor points. Planetary missile base, this is very important so we can defend our colony. This is going to be in our queue for building. We're going to be building one of these relatively quickly. Okay? Now, what I like to do, I kind of like to go around and spread things about. But one of the things that's really important, we're going to go over here to biosphere. Biosphere is important. What this does is it gives an increase to our population by +2. Remember, we had a decrease of one of our traits as a -4. So I want to kind of help offset that. So I'm going to go ahead and do biospheres. So we got that. We'll check over here. We want to be able to build faster. So in order to build faster, we've got to change this up. So I know we need that star base, but we're going to go ahead and go over here and do the factory instead. Because with that, that'll allow us to increase our production and build a little faster. Also point out too, the star bases are important. They help generate more money, more tax revenue. Without it, you can't build ships. Trade ships can't come in and trade with your colony. It's kind of a bad thing. It was a gamble, but I wanted that money. I wanted that bonus. So we're going to go ahead and do an automated factory. And guess what? We can buy it. We have enough money to buy it. It's kind of cheap. I'm going to go ahead and buy it. There, now I got it. So now it's going to increase our production, but we're going to have to wait a couple turns, and then we'll come back over there, and we'll put in the next queue what we're going to build. So, finish construction automated factory. Next queue is the star base. We're going to leave it at that. But we're going to come back over here and take a look and see how well that has increased our production. Look at that. So we only had 3 picks over here for production. Now we have 6. It is generating a little waste. That's okay. We'll leave it that way. It's not a big deal. And as far as money, now we're generating $18 a turn. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and press churn again. Developing more technology. Now we have biospheres. It's perfect. That's what we want. It's going to increase our population by +2. Okay. I'm not going to really get into doing any kind of chemical warfare right now. The cloning center is nice, but we're going to hold off on this for just a little bit, okay? It's very important for us right now, at this point in time, to work on the shipbuilding aspect of things here before long. So we want to do battle pods because this will increase how much we can put into our ships. It increases the available space on our ships by 50%. That's going to be important. So we're going to go ahead and select this. This is important right now, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and press. So 12 turns went by. We got battle pods, survival pods, and troop pods. Okay. The next thing is we're going to come back right over here to where the weapons are at and start developing weapons. We're really weak right now. We don't even have laser weapons. So we're going to change that because I want that space scan for our ships when we start building ships. And it'll develop it quickly. I mean, we're going to have it develop in 4 turns. Okay. Meanwhile, our starbase is being built. I can't see how much money we got up here. You guys can, but I can't. And I'm sure we're doing pretty good on money. Laser gun. Okay. Here's our weapons. Okay, and we're going to run with this. We're going to try to get our weaponry really advanced. So we're going to go again and develop fusion beam and fusion rifle. And in no time we got it. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to do battle scanners because we want to be able to scan the ships that we're going to encounter. Tachyon communication increases our communications as well as the scanners. So we're going to go ahead and go with this. We're going to come back over here and check to see what the status is on the starbase. See if we can build it. Not yet. We got some time to go. Select that and it'll tell us how much more. We're short by 140. So we're just going to keep going. Another individual for hire. This is a colony administrator. He's famous. by being famous, increases the chance to recruit other officers, decreases the cost of hiring him. So we could hire him. He's an instructor. But right now we're going to hold on. We're just going to reject him. We can't afford it right now. Oh, we got galactic news. So now it's going to tell us a bit about the news that's going on in the universe. Scientists in the Sakura Empire were shocked to discover a virus in the Advanced Metallurgy Research Center's computers. All systems were affected, totaling a loss of 91 research points. That's good for us. That means they suffered some problems. That was some good news today. And remember, in this game, everybody's an enemy. You might even have a peace treaty, or you might even have an alliance. You're still an enemy. They'll steal technology from you and everything else. Battle scanner increases the ship's chance to get hit. Okay, so this is the technology that we've acquired at last go around for research. Okay, so I don't want to be behind people within research. So now we're almost here at Neutron Blaster, which is a very good weapon to equip our ships with. But for right now, we're going to not do that. And we're going to go straight up here to computers. And we're going to start developing computers until we get to supercomputers. Supercomputers will drastically increase our research points. And we want to do that. Neural scanner. This helps our spies. It gives them a +2 on their rolls against spying or in spying. Scout labs. Security stations. +2 to combat rolls. Okay. Here it is. Planetary supercomputer. We want this. So that's what we're going after. And 31 turns we'll have it, so it's going to take a little while. We're going to come back up here, see if we've got that starbase done. I can buy it. We're going to buy it because it'll increase how much money we can get, and that allows us to build a colony ship. Okay, here we go. So this is an important guy here. I have the money to hire him. Here's the problem with this. He'll give galactic lore. The galactic lore, it allows you to see everything. There is some caveats to this that are both, there's some pros and there's some cons to this. And the game cheats a little bit. So if I hire him, I'm going to see everything on the map here. Okay? I'm going to see where Master Orion's at. I'm going to see where all the premium and best planets are at. I'm going to see where everybody's at with the Empire, with the empires they have, how far they have reached, expanded. But it's also going to cause me problems down here in races, because that means I'm aware of each and every one of them, and they're going to become aware of me. At least that's how the computer plays it. He also gives a +20 to helmsman and +3 to navigate. I'm going to go ahead. Let's see. He also will give me dimensional portal, which that's not going to be useful to me until down the road, because that's when I can send ships through the portal and attack the Ontarians. But you have to be really strong to do that. I'm going to accept because I want to know who. And the only reason I'm accepting this is because I'm right here in the dead center. I want to know who's around, so that will help me decide what I'm doing technologically over here. So I'm going to go ahead and hire him. He's worth it. Okay. And we'll take a look at everything here in a minute. I finished my starbase. Okay. So my money went down a little bit, but that's because I hired that officer. Okay. And this is good. This also slows down the progression of empires. I can see what everybody's doing. And I'm right here, and there's nobody around me. Orion is right here. Now, I want to get to Orion, but I'm going to have the technology to battle the Guardian of Orion. But look at that. That is a 25 max population colony, and it's ultra rich. planet being ultra rich will have high production, but it's guarded by a guardian and it's tough to beat. So let's see what I have around me. I have a tundra and an arid, but the arid's not bad. It has maximum 15 pop, but it's a 4 planet, don't have any minerals. Let's see what's in here. We're looking for rich. Now that's rich. Barren, maximum 4. So if I don't have anything better, I'm probably going to be sitting as colony ship over to that. See what's down below. Swamp. It's poor, but it has a maximum 10 per pop. That's population. And these are about the only ones I'm going to be able to reach once I increase my propulsion. But we can see who's already expanding, and it's up here. The Sakura civilization is expanding. This is Earth, humans. This is cat-like race, bird-like race, insectoid, almost looks like an ant race. Crystalline, so they're just like us. They're just like my race, where they can colonize any planet, anywhere, because their race doesn't require food. But these guys up here, they're always aggressive. They are always hard to take out. But I don't see any Pilsen. I don't see the Pilsen race anywhere, unless it's up here behind my record bar, but I don't see them. But we can come down here to races and check to see if they're around. Okay, so the answer to that is no. This is going to be a good game. So these guys here are kind of tough too. These are the Sakuras. This over here is the crystalline. These are the ones that are like our race. I think we're going to do okay. I have no contact with any of them. They don't have no contact with me, so I'm not at risk of any of them espionaging, stealing tech from me. But now I know all the game players that are in the game right now, and that's going to help us because we're going to be able to watch what's going on. But it did cost me. I went down in money. So let's go ahead and speed it up. He's gained a level, so he's gone up a little bit. Nope, I'm not interested in him. He's another administrator who increases farming. My population, my race doesn't require farming. Okay, we've got a Hollow Simulator. What this does is it increases our planet's morale by 20%. The supercomputer, that's what we were after. It's going to give us 10 research points, produces +2 for the scientists. And that positronic computer will help with our beam weapons for our ships, such as the neutron blaster. So now we're going to go ahead. I feel confident now that we know where everybody's at. We can start concentrating on expanding our propulsion. Excuse me. So we're going to go ahead and do this here. So there's extended fuel tanks, nuclear missiles. We need the missiles for our missile defense system for our planets. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Let's go check to see what the progress is on our colony base. We can go ahead and build it, so I think we're going to go ahead and do that. So now we have a colony base. I'm going to go ahead and put it over here. I guess you just select it and the next turn will show that. There we go. We're going to build it, so it tells me we're going to get industry per worker 3, research per scientist 3, maximum population 4. We're going to go yes. It does give you an option to go ahead and name it, but maybe not. I don't think you can name it. Nope. Only when you set it up on a new system, on a new solar system. But we can pick out what we want to go ahead and do with our buildings. So we're going to build our factory, research center, biosphere, huddle simulator. We're going to build a green barracks. We're going to do a missile base, and last will be a supercomputer. So this whole thing here that I have listed out is the queue in which everything's going to be built. I can always come back and change it, but as you start acquiring more and more planets, it's going to get really tedious if you're doing it all the time. At some point, it'll allow you to do auto build. When you assign an administrator, it will be a little bit more educated on how it wants to set up the auto build. Otherwise, if you don't have an administrator, it's going to be computer left to decide what it wants to do, and sometimes that could be a mistake. But right now, we don't have that many planets, so I'm pretty much micromanaging everything. And we're going to give it a head start. We're going to go ahead and buy the factory, because that'll just increase everything being built quicker. Okay. Now I need to change over here. We have things that need to be built. We're going to do the biospheres. Then we're going to do huddle simulator. That'll help us increase our planet's morale. We're going to do supercomputers. Then a missile defense. I'm not doing the dimensional portal. We don't need it right now. It's also just a target to be painted on our backs from the Antarians when they attack. Okay. And we'll just let it go ahead and pass on by for the turns. We've increased our ability to travel in space with better propulsion. We've also got titanium armor for our ships now. Okay, but I still want to be able to travel a little further, so we're going to continue to go into chemistry. We'll advance our armor and we'll increase our fuel cells so we can go further. Money's back up to 15 BC, that's good. Okay, now we have an administrator that's a science leader, does plus 20%. You know what, I think I'm going to go ahead and hire him for now. You can always fire him later, but we're going to hire him because he's going to give us an increase for our research. So we'll hire him. I'll show you how we'll go ahead and go about putting him on to the planet that we want him on. We'll put him on the one that has the most population. He'll act as our administrator, and that'll give us a plus 20% increase to our research here. By the way, we're ready to do biospheres. We're going to go ahead and do that. And then we'll check the other colony, see if we can help it along with some money, which we can. We're going to do a research lab. It may feel like cheating, but you want to stay ahead. If you can stay ahead, you want to stay ahead. Okay. So we've completed both biospheres and research lab. Look to see who's expanding. Oh, look, see, the other race is just like my race. The crystalline, they're already expanding outwards. Better watch them. Over here, looks like everything's going good. Okay. Okay, so we've advanced our new fuel cells, and we've added titanium armor for our ship designs. Let's start to develop shields. Okay. Got our shields. ECM jammer, you put it on your ships. It helps destroy enemy missiles that come through. Mass driver, it's a railgun. It's a weapon. I've never had much luck with it. You usually got to have a lot of them on your ship to do a lot of damage. We're going to do Space Academy. It's important. It's where our personnel will learn. Ships' crews, adding one to their starting levels. Ship stationed in the system, gain 2 experience each turn. So we really want to do this. We're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to come back over here to check for colonies to see if there's anything we can help along. We can, so we're going to go ahead and develop the Hollow Simulator. And by the way, for all these buildings that you turn around and you build, there's maintenance on all of them, so your money will go down over time. So like I'm 12. And I'm going to have maintenance on these, so it's going to start to go down. Okay, so built that up. Let's come back and let's take a look. Supercomputer is next. We want that. Let's take a look at the other colony. Hollow Simulator. That's what we want. We're going to add Starbase for final project to be built. We have more galactic news. Major industrial accident on Thru has irradiated the entire planet. The intense radiation levels threaten to kill millions of civilians on the Sacred Empire. Sacred Empire is having a lot of problems. And the crystals, they are expanding. So I'm going to have to eventually start thinking about building a starship so I can defend them. Defend against them. With that said, I think it would be wise. Okay, let's work on some engines here. Let's get our engines up and going. Freighters, nuclear bombs allow us to do nuclear drive. We're going to keep going because we want to be able to do colony ships. Colony ship, outpost ship, transport. We're going to keep going. So now if we come over here, we can start to build a colony ship. I really want that supercomputer first, but we have the option to buy it, so I think that's what we're going to do. And then we'll concentrate on a colony ship next. Over here, on this other planet. Don't have the money to do anything yet with it. We'll go ahead and advance the churns. Augmented engine fusion bomb, that's important. So that's way better than the nuclear bomb that we have. It does 4 to 24 damage. Fusion drive, it's a bit better for the speed of our ships. I could stop there. I can either go with stealth or I can go with weaponry. So right now I think weaponry is more important. So we're going to develop the neutron blaster. Got that. Next we do the graviton beam. We're going to hold off on that. We're going to come up here to astro engineering. We want to do the spaceport. That'll help us generate more money. But it's a fighter garrison that I'm after, because that'll help defend our colonies. So we're going to do Space Academy, and then we're going to develop a colony ship. Okay, we have another captain available. I'm going to reject him. It's not something I need right now. We only got $7 a turn, so we need a bunch for spending. The spaceport's going to help a lot. So will the rover miners. So we're going to keep going forward. This will give us battle stations, which will make our star bases more powerful, and the rover miners. That'll increase our production and our money. Power armor, that's good because our troops will have, they'll be stronger in combat. Rover miners, okay, so I think we're going to come down and do these pollution processors to get rid of the excess pollution that we have. Plus we'll get the Mercolite missile. let's come back over here and see where they stand on things. Maybe we can actually buy our first colony ship, which we can buy the Academy. I think the other planets, not really. You know what? We're gonna do the Robo Miner, which will help us produce things much quicker. We're gonna get the Space Academy right up here above missile base, and then we're gonna do a fighter garrison above the missile base. That's important. And then we're going to buy, we're not going to do Robo Miner for this planet, we're going to do it for the main planet, our home planet. We're going to put a Robo Miner planet here, speed things up, plus a spaceport. And we will do a fighter garrison, and we'll do it after the colony ship. We're going to go ahead and buy that. I don't think we'll have enough money to do the other one, but if we do, we will. Nope. See, that just increased our income. It went up by 4. And so, oh, okay, so he's gained another level. Let's go back to our colony. Let's see if we can. We can, so let's do the Robo Miner for it. Let's come back up here. Space Academy. Everything's looking good. You really have to babysit and work with your starting out colonies. You have to go back and forth. You have to build. You see where everybody is starting to expand quickly, and we can see it. So without hiring that administrator, we wouldn't be able to see this until eventually they just pop up at your door. But right now we can see where everybody's at and what they're doing. And I'm not too concerned about it. They haven't come into my little realm of influence here. I mean, once they get over here near me, then I'm going to start to be concerned. But they haven't yet. Or if I make contact with any of them, I need to start thinking about buying spies. Oh, so here's another one. We want him. We're not going to cheat this time around. We're going to wait it out. They stick around for 30 turns. He is a good administrator. He gives a plus 30% for financial leadership. Plus, he has a plus 20% for labor, which will increase the production of your workers. And he gives you the mega wealth, which we want. I have to reject for now, but he's going to stay over here where our leaders are at. He is right here. He's an administrative leader. So we have 30 turns to hire. So we're going to go ahead and click over your turns, and we'll check here once it goes through and see if we got enough money. Okay. That's good. Now we're going to come over here and develop more shields. Okay, so he developed supercomputers, so he's good about the other one here. He developed it. No, he hasn't. We're going to bypass the Marine barracks and do a supercomputer. We're going to run 9 turns. Okay, we produced our first colony ship. Or we are going to be producing our first colony ship. Let's go ahead and go over here and take a look if we can get that leader yet or not. We got $328. We got to wait a little bit more. And he's going to be here for another 24 turns, so we can afford to wait a little longer. Okay. We want to do the Type 3 shields. Here's our first contact. And this is when we start to have problems. And of course it's going to be with them. So he'll probably more likely threaten us. Nope, he's just letting us know he's there. I don't like it because he can actually start to steal technology. And I can guarantee you that we're more advanced than they are. So we're going to have to think about what we're doing. I'm going to go ahead and start developing spies. Off toward his ability to spy on us. So every spy that I hire, it takes down our income. You can see it over here. But it is better than him trying to just come in and start taking technology. Okay, so we developed that class 3. We're going to go ahead and do cybersecurity to help protect our technology from being stolen. Let's come up here and see where we are at things. Okay. Oh, and we don't want to forget our leader there. We want to hire him. We only have 6 turns left. We can hire him. That's going to increase our income. So we got him. Okay. And we're gonna put him, we're gonna assign him. We took him off. We did it because he increases the income and our labor. It's gonna make it to where he can build things much quicker. Because we have this supercomputer, so we're doing okay on technology. He's a nice administrator, but for my civilization, he's not what I'm looking for. Okay, so come back up here, see where we're at. We're still developing spies. We'll see where this one here is at. He's going to do a pollution processor. I want him to have a star base. And he's going to do a spaceport. And we're going to help him along because I really would like to get another starport going so we can start developing some ships and expand around our area before he boxes me in. But I'm happy that we have our spies. We got 4 spies. I'd like to have at least 20 here, which is possible. The more spies you have, the harder you make it for them to turn around and steal technology. Stealing your technology is not good. It's not good when they steal your best weapon or your best shield, because then you're going to have to deal with it later. So that's cybersecurity, that's good. So the next thing we want to do is going to come over here to biology. We want to get telepathic training so that my spies are elite spies. See, I knew this was going to happen. We're going to start getting more and more. And then what happens is that these guys will blame one another for the stealing of their technology. And it just makes, oh wow, look at how far he is. Can you take a look and see what his ship is? We've already got a ship. We're going to have to start thinking about building a ship. I wasn't planning on that happening so quick. There's really not much I can do about it. So we're going to go ahead and go over here and design a ship. We're going to clear the board. We're going to do a battleship. I mean, if you're going to build something, might as well build it big. We can name our ship. We're just going to call it Starship. Then come down here. Okay, we're going to add those battle pods. That increases how much we can put into it. We're going to do the battle scanners, gives it plus 50% to heavy weapons. We're going to do heavy armor, which triples the armor points for the ship. So without it, it would have been only 100, but now it's 300 points. We're going to do reinforced hull, which triples our structure points. That gives it from 100 to 300. Okay. This is how much space we have available left. It's going to be 177. We're going to do ECM jammer. That's going to destroy 70% of the missiles that comes our way. Okay, I want to do weapons now. We're going to do a neutron blaster. This is very important. If you do not do heavy mount, the damage is only going to be 3 to 12, and it kills Marines. It takes 10 space. We want a heavy mount. Okay, space is 20. does 4 to 18 damage, and it kills Marines, and we want it to be 360 degrees. So all 360 degrees of the vessel they can shoot from, and we'll accept. Now we're going to put more than one of them on. You can see how it's going up. And then we're going to add fusion bombs. So it'll have the ability to bomb as well. Okay, we want to get this built as fast as we can. So here we got our ship being built. We're going to move this starship to the front as a priority. And before we do that, we're going to do a pollution process center. Okay, and we're gonna buy that if it lets us, which does. The reason we're doing this, we want to reduce this so that we can move some of these guys up here to help us build this ship that's coming up in queue. Okay. And we're going to have to think about, we're going to have to watch this. We have to watch what this ship does, because if he comes over here, I'm going to have to build possibly a missile defense system or even a fighter, because he could invade us. So we built that. Alright, it looks like it's going good. I can't, because of my record button here, I can't see how many turns it's going to take to build that starship. But I do have lots of scientists that I can turn on and move up through the production line. Cloning center, dust spores. So we want that telepathic training that's going to help our spies. Alright. Keep going. Now let's take a look and see. Maybe. He asked me to buy that ship. So it's about 50% of the way they're being done. It's going to take some time. So what can we do? Well, after we finish this technology, we'll go try to do coal waste dumps. Okay, so let's let it finish what it's doing. Now we have telepathic training. So to get to the core waste dumps, I believe it is under construction. Another race has come to talk to us. No, it's Sacra. They're here to threaten us. Oh no, they want to trade for research. Well, I'm not doing it. I'm sure they want it, but we're not doing it. Right now as it stands, our race is the most technologically advanced race. Without me doing any kind of research into what they've got, we have the most technology. And that in itself might thwart them to stay away from us. Ooh, he's a nice leader. I gotta reject those for right now because I'm saving up for that starship. I'll feel a lot better once I got that starship. And it's 50% of the way there. It's not where I'd like to see that. And I just seen one of his ships move. He's probably getting ready to colonize one of these planets near me. Let's see where he's going. Yep. Okay. We're going to go ahead and go that route. Alright, we can buy that ship and we're going to buy it. So that just gave us our first starship. Let's come back down here and take a look and see what the other planet's doing. We'll buy that missile base as well. Okay. So now we have our first starship. And we're going to do a cloning center next. Another starship, and then the rest of them will be spies. Okay. I don't like what he's done, so we're going to go ahead and we don't have, we're going to have to change our propulsion so that we can get there a little quicker. So I'm increasing his ability to fly out farther. And I also want to take a look here. So we've got spies. I think that cloning center is pretty important. We're going to go ahead. It'll give me more workers if I build it. And then we'll come over here to the other colony and see what it's doing. Starship. So I have the other colony building a starship too. And he's there. We're going to do a starship with it. And then build up our fleet. Okay, now we should be able to reach it. We're still going to come back up here to ground batteries. Which we can. Okay, so he's here. We're not even going to talk to him. We're just going to blow up his colony and say the hell with him. Not right now. So they're going to be ticked off, of course, because we just annihilated millions of the people. Any hope of Airwalker's people and Silicoid Empire coexisting peacefully ended when the military attacked the colony on the LR system. Yeah. Wait till you see what I do next. Okay. So that threat's gone. Now we're going to just move right on down the line here. Continuously pay him a visit. Okay, so he has a frigate, a destroyer, and a cruiser. I know that my ship is more powerful, but let's see what's on the planet. He has no missile bases, no star bases. I feel confident in being able to take out his ship, so we're going to engage him. And this is where, at the beginning, if you remember, I told you about the tactical combat. If you don't select tactical combat, then it'll be the computer that does it all the time. You still could choose to let the computer do it by pressing auto. I'm not going to do that though. I want to show you what tactical combat's like. So we'll move in, we'll fire our weapons, and that was a good hit on him. He's using lasers. He has no chance. I mean, I just annihilated his entire fleet. Okay, and we're going to bombard him. There's a pretty good sized colony that was just about obliterated. And he's a threat to us. I mean, he is coming right into our realm of influence here. And I just can't allow that to happen. So here we are. We don't have enough fuel to get over here. We're going to eventually have to build a colony. So let's see if we can't get a colony ship up and going. We could do an outpost too, but I don't really feel like messing with an outpost. We need a couple of colony ships. So so there's a colony ship. Why not send it over here to Jagger? Okay, we'll colonize that planet we just destroyed, this colony. And we could name it if we want to, but I'm just going to keep it Jabber. We're going to change. Okay, so now we're going to do automated factories, global plants. We're going to concentrate heavily on defense right off the bat. This is going to be kind of like our military outpost, so that my ship can expand. And we're going to start building right off the bat. So every turn we're going to try to build a building as long as we have the money. until I can attack by it. Because we're at war. I mean, he's building up. He's got a fleet now there. He's going to get better as time goes on. The Antarians are attacking somehow. As long as they ain't attacking me, I don't care. Let's see. Only ship building there. It'd be nice if we could get that starship up and going. He's almost got it done. Ground batteries is nice. Titan construction allows me to build a bigger ship. The ground batteries, like those on their planets and acts. If you think of Star Wars, when you saw Star Wars with the ion cannon, it was Empire Strikes Back, and you saw it off of, I think it was Toph, firing up through the Star Destroyer. That's what the ground batteries are. If I do terraforming to make my planets better, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Someone wants to talk to me. They want peace, or they're threatening me just one. Magnificent Emperor Procronio has but a few minutes to spare you. Shadow, but there is business to discuss. Airwalker's empire has proven worthy of our friendship. So yeah, they want peace, but I'm not going to do it. So I reject it. Let's come back over here and see what else we can build. We need to get the global plant going. I said every time we come back, we're going to be building something. Missile base. Okay, now I feel a little bit better. We got a missile base up and going. I'd feel even better though if you had a fighter garrison. Needs to have the academy first. But you know what? I feel pretty confident with the missile base. I don't think this technology is that great. So we're going to go ahead and come down with our ship, take out Wyatt. Here we are. He's got a star base and he's got a fighter garrison. It's not the star base that bothers me, it's the fighter garrison, because that can do quite a bit of damage. Heck, we'll go ahead and go after him. I don't think his armor is that great. And if I get close enough to the base, I could take it over with my Marines, so that's what I'm going to do. Okay, I destroyed it. Unfortunately, I don't have any short range weapons to hit the fighters, so I'm just going to end up taking damage as I get there. This is my shield strength down here in the blue. This is my structural and armor strength down below. Get back over here. We're going to keep going. Ignore the warning. You can fire on the planet. Okay, we're going to come up there. We need to get to the planet to destroy his airfield with fighters. One or two more hits should be it. It's done. So now I'm going to use bombardment. I could leave them if I wanted to, send transports over and take his colony over. I'd have to have an alien control center, convert his people to behave. But I would just rather annihilate him. Antarians are attacking. Hopefully it's not me. So if they were attacking me, you would see this little ship There they are right there. So they're coming up here and they're attacking the Sacra. And they're using 2 of their frigates. Let's go back to Jabber and see what we can build. We want to increase its defense. We'll build that Space Academy. I should be getting close to having my second starship available. Okay, we're going to bombard it. Okay, that's gone. You tuned into the GNN network, your source for all news you need to know in the universe. Galactic scanners have picked up a crystal life form traveling at warp speed into our galaxy. It is not known as to where it will attack first. Okay, so we have to take a look on the map to see where it's going. That crystal entity, which is right here, it's going to go bother crystals. It's the same crystal entity that we see in Star Trek. It's kind of cool. Let's go over here to Airwalk. Alright. Colony ships being built. Almost got the starship done. All those civilizations coming along just great. I'm gonna come over here, gonna bombard, destroy it. So we just about got this colony beat. He's gonna be gone now. Oh, he's still sticking up there. Should have been gone by now. Got him now. Okay, so now when I get another colony ship, I can go here, but he's within range from Jabber, and he's got all those transports. So he's getting ready to go somewhere and invade. He's not invading me, so we're going to go right on down and pay him a visit. He's got a fighter garrison. I really don't even care. Let's just destroy his ships. This time I'm going to put on auto so you can see what the computer does. Autopilot brought us over here. Okay, so we'll just bombard it. It's going to take a few times of bombing to get rid of that colony. Hideous space crystals has left our galaxy. Why did it come? Why did it leave the galaxy? We'll never know. It wiped out one of his colonies is what it did. Just like off in Star Trek. You never watch Star Trek. For those that love Star Trek, the crystal entity that attacked the planet that Data was from and totally annihilated the planet. Same thing. I think this is going to be a 4-part video, because usually it takes me about 5 to 6 hours to beat a game of Master of Orion. They're not happy with us. They want peace. They desire it. In fact, they desire it so much they're offering you technology. Now you could be nice and make peace and take the technology from them and then go back and start the war up again, which is what I'm going to do. That's how I get technology. I steal it from them. I promise them the world and I just take it from them. Oh, we got another race wanting to talk to us. It's the Sacros. Says we are interested in entering into a research treaty. I don't ever do it. I don't suggest you ever do it. It means you're sharing your research points with them. I don't like doing that. I know I'm ahead in the research and the technology throughout the whole universe. I'm not going to share it with you, so I reject it. Okay. I got another ship up here. It's a colony ship. We're going to go ahead and send it over here to buy it. Even though I got a war waging on here, but I know that we're just about almost got this colony beat. His unconditional surrender is the only thing I am going to accept. And that basically does, it can happen. You can beat a civilization down to where finally they just give up and surrender. And that's the only thing I'm accepting from right now. And I got to watch my back because I've got all these other civilizations surrounding me. He's got a frigate. Let's go ahead and take it out. See, I just violated the peace treaty. And so he'll contact me. He's really pissed off now. Any hope of the Airwalker's people in the Silicoid Empire coexisting peacefully, ending when your military attacked the colony and the Theba system. Oh, well, I don't know what to tell you about it. Alright, so now we're going to come over here. Now, I don't have extended fuel cells. I'll need this colony to be built. Let's come back over here and check out and see what our main planet's doing over here. That's building another starship. It just started. I think I would rather cancel that. And we'll put in queue the ground batteries and the battle station. But I want to do more spies. I don't want anybody stealing our tech. And we're making good money, so why not? This one here, though, it should be almost done with that starship. It is, we just don't have the money to buy it right now. Now, one thing that's good to do before you just allow starship to be built, go back in here, go under design, and see if we have everything updated for that ship. Okay, so there's no more available space. Pretty much nothing I can change. So push build, update it, keep it as it is. One thing I do like to do after I do that, because you never know, I could have had better shields. I'll take the new one, put it up here, discontinue the old one. It doesn't matter. It didn't do anything to increasing how much time is needed to build it. It's just updating the ship. That's it. Okay, he's got a battleship, so he's going to square off with me with a battleship. Fine by me, let's do it. I know I'm going to beat him. Not even a match. Okay. As soon as that colony ship gets there, we're going to come down here to Ishtar, and we're going to take them out there. So why are my ships so much better? Well, I have class 3 shields, so he's having a hard time getting through with my shields. I have a neutron blaster, which is a very good weapon. He's still using the lasers. I have increased our propulsion and our engine capacity for maneuverability. And our hull, our armor points are better. So there's a lot of reasons why my ship's better than this. I'm more technologically advanced than he is. So we're going to go ahead and colonize that swamp colony. We're going to keep the name by it. Okay, so we're going to do automated factories, global mining, research lab, supercomputer, we're doing missile base and marines, and put ground batteries in. We're going to go ahead and pay to start that off with the automated factory. Alright, spy. Okay, so now that we've got by it, we should be able to go down here and take Ishtar. It's 3 turns to do it. 3 turns to get there, rather. Let's continue on with our weaponry. We'll go ahead. We're going to do a planetary gravity generator. creates artificial gravity to normalize the planet to standard gravity limits. Gravity generators eliminate the negative effects of low and heavy gravity fields. Tractor beam. It's okay if you equip your ship with it. I don't ever do that. But I want to get to better weapons. Graviton beam I don't use. I just want to get to the research to where I can get phaser and plasma cannon. So I need to continue to do physics. So we're going to continue to research in physics. He went up in level. Okay, now we have a couple administrators. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Jabber here, which has 2 planets, one being rich. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to put an administrator here. We're going to put, I could hire this guy here. You know, maybe we will, he wants a lot of money, I don't have the money. We're going to go ahead and do Magistrate Emo. Or I could just be silly and call him Elmo. He looks like Elmo. Let's see, go ahead and put him there on Jabbar. Alright. So our empire is doing good. We have 3 solar systems right now. We are taking out a civilization as we speak. They're near collapse. News comes first. Workers in the Alkari Empire discovered a previously unknown deposit of minerals of serpents that improved the mineral classification of that planet to ultra-rich. It's nice, good for them. They might be a threat for us later. If they cross over here, if I see them start heading towards Iran, I'm sorry. If I see them start heading towards Orion, it's game on. It's game on. Sorry about that. That really was a slip up. I didn't mean to say Iran. So we're going to go ahead and attack this planet, Starbase. So Starbase. It's going to be a challenge. We can scan his ship too to see what his tech is. It's just got laser cannons, so I still feel very confident that I can take out everything here. I'm going to take some damage, there's no doubt about it, but I think I'm confident that I'm going to win this. I even put it on auto. Retreat. It's like, screw that. I'm not dealing with you. Okay. Bombs away. Some new race wants to make peace with us. Let there be no bloodshed on this glorious and beautiful day, is the Alkari ambassador. The first meeting between the Airwalkers and Alkari empires. Yeah, well, you say that, but he might be saying that, and then he might be stealing technology behind my back. Bombs away. That other starship of mine should just about be done. I'm buying it because I need another starship. Let's see what's going on with the spies. We've got a lot of spies being built. But you can never have too many spies, so we're just going to keep going with it. Let's see how many spies we have already. We got 6 of them. We're going to keep them going. So there's a starship being built there. Let's come up here to Jabber and see what's being built there. Let's build a colony base. I want to get that going so that we can start working on the other colony. Bombing away. We're starting to get further away, so because we're getting further away and I don't feel like continuously building more and more starships and colony ships, we are going to send the starship down here. But one thing we're going to do, we're going to come over here to our main planet and we're going to change the spies, and we are going to build 3 transport ships to carry troops, and we're going to show you what a ground invasion looks like. We'll buy that first one. We're going to wait until all 3 of them are built and send them. Okay. Okay, so there's only 2 colonists there. We're going to leave it that way. We're not going to bomb them again. We're going to come up here. We're going to build another transport. I guess I'll have to wait. I don't have the money. Of course, he's not happy. He knows what we're going to do. Audience with the mighty Airwalker's Empire. Oh, now he's calling us mighty. Emperor Corona so desires peace that we now offer a gift in exchange for your agreement. We will give you the Ishtar star system if you just have peace with us. You know what? Yeah, we'll go ahead and accept it. We'll use it as a base of operation to take the rest of this place out. So we're going to come over here. We'll end up having control over here soon, usually within a turn. Is this it? This might be it. It is. So we took over their colony. So the first thing we need to do, we don't have an alien control center. I need to research that. So I'm going to do Marines, a missile base. But I really need to go back over here to research and have an alien control center. So come up here, I'll get it next turn. Kind of seemed like a waste, but that's what I had to do. We're going to still come back over and develop Graviton Beam. So now we have to come back over here to Ishtar. It's very important that we build that alien control center, otherwise we could have a revolt. Still not in my queue for some reason. Maybe because he gave up the colony? I don't know, but we're not going to chance it. We're just going to go to the buildings, Marine barracks. So all 3 of our, no, I guess not. Well, let's see if we can build that third starship, or the not starship, but the troop transport. Nope, we don't have the money for it right now. Alright, well, that's an overview for part 1 for Master Orion 2. Me going through and doing a playthrough. If you haven't become a subscriber to Cameron Airwalker's channel, where primarily we cover Wizard 101, going to Wizard City and traveling through as a veteran player coming back to play. I needed a little bit of a break, so this is part 1 on Master of Orion 2. The next few days we'll put out part 2. I'm going to save it and stop the game right where I'm at, save it and come back to it. I want to thank you for watching my channel, and I'd ask that you subscribe and please give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Have a good day. Thank you.